Jordan Coates from Smithfield, North Carolina. Audiology practice franchise, brand new, just filed the FDD recently. We do hearing tests, hearing aids, testing for balance. We do cochlear implant. Feel like we got a pretty good concept, got a couple of corporate locations, so we're starting the franchise process.
Incredible. So before you started the franchise, tell me a little bit more about the corporate locations and how the actual business got started.
We've been open 6 years. We opened in 2019. We had one pretty good year before COVID and actually continued to grow through COVID. We just found a real need in our area, and audiology is a real underserved medical need in most places. And so what we found was our business model of, putting patients first, taking care of patients, and then making sure we hire really good employees that care about people, even if that means having to pay the employees a little bit more. That business model has just seemed to work. We do some innovative things in terms of pricing to make sure that, price is not an issue when it comes to hearing aids, because most insurances don't cover it. But we're a medical practice first. We do file insurance. We make sure the testing and diagnostic things are, medical in nature. And then, of course, there's the retail side of the hearing aids where a lot of the revenue comes from. But, that's only recommended if it's needed. There's no hard sales tactics. I think it's proven to be successful and it helped a lot of folks.
That's incredible. So this is a medical practice first. How did you come up and think that you could actually franchise this and turn this into a franchise? Tell us about kind of that process, because normally you typically hear about franchising, people think about, it has to be food and beverage and McDonald's and all that. As a medical practice, what made you see that you could franchise this business concept?
Audiologists they've got their doctor. In their entire 8 years of training, they have one business class, and it's a private practice class. It's usually taught by somebody that's not a private practice owner. So if you want to own in private practice, you either have to hire somebody that knows what they're doing business-wise and management-wise, or do like my wife did, marry somebody like me who's got a business background. But outside of that, they just don't know how to run businesses, just like, anybody coming out of school without a business background knows how to do. That's the big thing, is just being able to help them manage the business aspect of it. And I think that's where we can really help somebody that really wants to own their own practice, but is concerned about that management side. Managing things like the insurance companies are really hard to deal with in a lot of cases, and that's something we help with. Of course, managing financials and looking at financial reports, financial literacy, helping them manage the money, manage budgets, and that kind of thing. Things they would have no exposure to otherwise. And I think that's what we have to offer versus just opening it yourself.